What's going on? Today's video is going to be another app review. This app is only available on iOS, and I don't even believe it was built with Flutter, but still going to review it. If you have an app that you'd like to review, there's details down below of how you can send that to me. So let's get started with this one. On the landing page, first off, I'm going to review this on mobile because actually most people are probably going to use this on mobile. The way the scroll looks here, you can see is a little off. The header is like fading, but it doesn't fade, and it doesn't fade quickly enough, basically. So the best way to search, rate, and share your favorite boba shop. I guess a lot of people would probably know what a boba shop is. I would have to search that and figure out what that means, but I think it's very similar to bubble tea. Maybe it is the same thing. Maybe it's slightly different. Landing page is very, very, very simple. There's almost nothing on it other than asking you for information, which is fine. I think it could be nice to explain a little bit more of what the app is and probably even put some sort of screenshot of the app on here, but probably that is to come. So let's go into the test flight and accept this and install it. I will say the logo is really well done, I think. I don't want to say it's a little busy, but for an app icon, there is a lot going on, but I do like it. I think it gives a very elegant look to it, like it feels elegant, so I wonder if the app feels the same way. All right, so it is immediately asking for my location. Typically, what's nice to do with these location services, which you might be doing underneath, is to show a page describing why you want to use the user's location, and then they hit next, and then this pop-up comes up. Because right now this is a bit out of context for me, but I will allow anyway. This right here is the information coming from test flight itself, but now we can start testing. So this right here would be the initial page, but it already immediately asked me for my location on this page. I think you'd be better off putting the location service towards the end of this after they log in, or when you're actually going to start using their initial location. I definitely like this 3-page scroll view. I think the images are pretty cool. The fade on it looks nice. Most people aren't going to read any of this. I myself am probably not even going to read all this, but find it, rate it, share it is good. I think when you have this much text down here in the bottom, like this like 2, 3, 4 sentences, it's almost like too much, unfortunately. People's attention span is, I think, so limited when you get them on an app like this. I mean, images are great. Like this I could see it's like a boba tea or bubble tea. I don't know if that's what that's called, but either way, that is real nice. And then it brings you to this login page. So I think generally that onboarding experience is pretty good. It gets you to a point where you know more about the app, and then you're actually being asked to log in. I do think you can make the text on those pages a little bit shorter and more to the point, but either way, that's better than just going to this page initially. Because if you went to this page initially, there's no context to it, and a lot of people would probably just drop off. I will sign in with Apple, and it's now asking for push notifications. Again, this is something I think you should wait a little bit and ask later on in the process, because I'm just getting into the app now and I haven't even done anything in the app, and I'm already being asked if I want to receive push notifications. So typically I'm going to hit don't allow. I don't really like any push notifications to come through on my phone. Here we go. I did allow location services, so I don't think that should be an issue here. The page just appears to be loading though. I guess my Apple login passes my name across, which very cool. That's cool that you're able to pull that. The profile page looks good. I mean, it's definitely a nice profile page in terms of the style. Favorites, I don't have anything favorited. Okay, here we go. It loaded up there. This is pretty cool, actually. This, I think, looks really well done. No rating so far. I'll go to this first one then. It's nice that you have all of the store's information here, so I could pretty much go, like, just get directions to it. And even the store hours are there, so that's pretty good. I'm wondering what API you're using for this. I guess Apple Maps I see is there, but is this all of this information coming from Apple Maps, or is there more that you're pulling from? I guess the hard part with this app is you're competing really with Google, I think, is going to be like your main competitor here, because I could essentially just go and search this stuff on Google. So the benefit of your app is going to be these ratings, which is I think you obviously, that's the plan, is to have these ratings and then have these reviews that other people have. Now you need people to actually rate these things. So like right now your app has no ratings for any of this, and I understand it's in beta, so that makes sense, but your hardest hurdle I think to get over in the beginning is going to be getting all these initial ratings from these places. Like, I don't know, what are there, 10, 20 stores here? It just keeps going. Like, how are you going to get ratings from any of these if no one uses the app yet? So that'll be interesting to see how you are able to do that. The About Us, this is cool. I mean, I think it's always cool to have an About Us. That's something I have not added yet to my app. I mean, overall, I think the style of this app is real nice. I think it's real simple and feels professionally done, feels like a modern styled app. I mean, there's nothing really that comes to mind that like I would remove. So my guess is then I could go here, check in, and add a photo. Cool, so I checked in. I don't see where it's asking me though to upload the photo. I think that was kind of, okay, here it is. So my camera. And let's see. I'll do a test for this and I'll use that on my check-in. I don't know that this is the right page to display after you check in. I think just going back to the page of the place I checked into would make more sense. So I wonder if you're also reviewing these pictures, which I think is probably a good idea because the photos don't show up down here, nor does the review, which I guess I didn't leave a review, but this is cool, this review process. A lot of information, I guess, that people can do. I will say this wasn't the first thing I noticed. Like this green bar here, I didn't notice the review or the check-in. I think you could potentially even have a lot of this information. Like I think maybe moving this overall rating, like that block of those 5 dots, and put that by itself here, and then the person clicks on one of those stars and then it brings them, like first it will register that and then it'll also bring them to the more details of the review. I think that could be potentially better, or a way to get more reviews. The share is nice. Web page not available. Okay, so that would be sharing the URL for this page, which they don't have one, so I guess that makes sense. I mean, maybe make that not even show if the website isn't available. I think that'd be pretty easy to do. All right, yeah, I think the app itself is really well designed, and essentially I would say it's ready to be launched. That main issue I see is how are you going to get those reviews for all these places, and that is just going to take time, I guess. So the earlier you release it and the earlier you get people using it and reviewing things on it, the better it'll be. Hopefully you enjoyed that review. If you have an app that's in beta or just recently launched and you would like me to review it and give you some feedback in a video just like this, go ahead and read the comment down below with more details on how you can submit that to me. Essentially just email me. But all right, that's going to be it for this video. Ciao for now.